Good afternoon from Alpacas de Gredos. One of our subscribers was asking about Jamaika's personality. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, we're talking about you. She's very peaceful. Not always, but often. Watching. Elena's heading home. She wants to walk. There she is on the road. About now you can see her walking. And Jamaika is watching her walk. Great. Anyway, the rest of them are grazing. We've closed 4, which is probably their favorite pasture, and 3, their second favorite pasture, just to let them recover a little bit. This one we know gets beat up during the late fall and winter and early spring. Number 2 we call it. So it's not quite a sacrifice pasture, which is one that you, especially for cows really, maybe for horses, I don't know. But alpacas have soft feet. They have pads like a dog or a cat. So unlike cows and horses, they don't rip up the pasture if you let them in too long. They will just graze it down to the nub, which isn't healthy for the pasture, of course. But that's why it's sort of like a half-sacrifice pasture. So 3 and 4 are closed. 1, where the little ones were for their weaning process, is not their favorite place to be. It's the least of the 4 paddocks, I guess you could call them. In here in Spain, they're not really paddocks. People don't have pastures big enough to divide them. So it's really pastures, although this one is divided. So you could say that's a paddock and this is a paddock. But really in Spain here where we live, they're just a series of very small pastures left over from the sustenance farming that ended in maybe 40, 50 years ago. On this pasture, it belonged to Elena's grandfather, my wife's grandfather, and then her aunt inherited it, and then it came to her uncle, and now we use it. And she used to have cows on here and also grew hay. So I don't know how many cows she had, not too many. And then she also grew winter hay. And there are stories that I'm not going to tell you now about how she used this pasture for many, many, many years. All right, Jamaika the peaceful. Elena called her a Zen monk. There you go. Good evening from Spain.